What if I were to tell you that Grand Theft Auto 4 does not exist? How about I go even further and say that Grand Theft Auto Sin City takes place in the 1970s, and Eminem starred in a game called GTA Crime Online? No, you didn't just hit your head real hard and wake up in an alternate multiverse, but rather, these are just a few of the Grand Theft Auto rumors published inside the pages of Electronic Gaming Monthly back in the early 2000s. Hello Defunct Gamers, my name is Cyril, and today we're going to be taking aim at EGM's very own gossip guru, Quartermann. Join me as I debunk 5 of the most dubious Grand Theft Auto rumors found inside the pages of Electronic Gaming Monthly. Watch your step, because this is the Gossip Graveyard. Grand Theft Auto fans won't go long without another fix of wanton violence and pillaging. GTA 3 Xbox is a given, with online play. But we'll also first hear about the first details of GTA 4. Rockstar is staying silent on the subject, but I could name a few 100,000 fans ready to part with $50 apiece for it. The current talk indicates the DMA will take the GTA 3 framework and turn it into a massively multiplayer online game for the 4th installment, where you're free to create your own mobs and anyone in the city could be a real person. Word is, it'll also be set in a real US city this time. Sounds sweet. So the one thing you're going to notice about a lot of the rumors that we're going to debunk in this series is that they almost always start with a kernel of truth. In this case, it was that Grand Theft Auto 3 would wind up on the Xbox. Sure, it took 2 full years and didn't come with online play as predicted, but EGM made the safe bet that Xbox owners would eventually get their hands on the PlayStation 2 exclusive. Good for them. Now, where things start to fall apart is when they start predicting about what would come after Grand Theft Auto 3. They thought it would be a massively multiplayer online role-playing game set in a real US city. Given that this was 2002, I think we can all agree that this plan would have been insanely ambitious. That may not even be a strong enough word, since I doubt the PlayStation 2 or the OG Xbox could have even handled a Grand Theft Auto MMO. This was at a time when neither Sony nor Microsoft had finalized their 2 very different online plans. And considering how much trouble Rockstar had with making the offline game, there's just no way they could have jumped right into making a massively multiplayer GTA sequel. As we all know, Rockstar didn't attempt an MMO version of the game until 2013, more than a decade after EGM published this rumor. The true follow-up to Grand Theft Auto 3 was Vice City, released almost exactly a year later and not set in a real US city. And for that reason, I'm going to give this rumor 5 expandable moons out of 10. The just announced Grand Theft Auto Vice City is just the beginning of what will become better known as the GTA universe. After Vice City, the next Grand Theft Auto game will be dubbed Crime Online, and if you haven't guessed by now, it's going to be the first console network title in the series. There will be a new standalone GTA as well, but it's still a ways off. Oh boy, another year, another rumor about a massively multiplayer Grand Theft Auto game. It's actually kind of funny how Quartermann basically recycles the rumor from a few months ago and plugs in the new information that came from the Vice City reveal. Instead of the MMO being the next game, it's gonna be the next game. And apparently, it's gonna be called Crime Online, which doesn't even fit into their established naming conventions. This is just the last rumor with a new and totally made-up name. The one part of this rumor that is actually new and potentially interesting is the Grand Theft Auto universe branding. With Vice City announced and San Andreas a couple of years away, I can imagine a multiverse where Rockstar gave us a new globe-trotting adventure every year or two. Maybe the next one could be in a fictional London or Paris or Tokyo, all under the banner of Grand Theft Auto universe. Honestly, that sounds way better than where we are today, which is just waiting more than a decade for Rockstar to hurry up and count to 6. Because EGM basically just recycled this MMO rumor, I'm gonna give it 4 Grand Theft Auto 5 ports out of 10. Here's the latest Grand Theft rumorin'. The next GTA may take place in the 70s. It might be called GTA Sin City, think Las Vegas. And you may never get a proper GTA 4 because Rockstar may just drop the number thing altogether. So, Sin City is in effect GTA 5 with Vice City being GTA 4. Can we tell you anything useful at all? Nope. Except Rockstar has confirmed that the next game will be out in 2004, and the only reason we know that is because we've been sifting through their dumpster. With a 2-year gap between the release of Vice City and San Andreas, this gave EGM plenty of time to post half-true rumors and dubious predictions that quickly spiraled out of control. On one hand, it's easy to see why Quartermann assumed that Rockstar might be done with the whole numbering system, especially in early 2004. Vice City was a huge hit, and Rockstar was readying another subtitled GTA experience as EGM went to print. I'm sure that there were a whole lot of people at the time assuming that this was going to be the template for the series going forward. Of course, the game that we actually got was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, a massive open-world action game with parody versions of Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Las Vegas. It was set in the 1990s, not the 1970s as EGM suggested, and it wasn't called GTA Sin City. In fact, the game's fictional version of Las Vegas was actually called Las Venturas, which is a lot more in line with Rockstar's naming convention than Sin City, which I think we can all agree is a little too on the nose. As we all know, there was a Grand Theft Auto 4. It launched 4 years later on the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. Vice City and San Andreas have since been rebranded as part of the Grand Theft Auto 3 trilogy. So whatever you do, don't follow EGM's lead and call them GTA 4 and 5. I'm gonna give this rumor 7 Frank Millers out of 10. Details on the next Grand Theft Auto game are scant at best. We know it's coming in 04, but that's it. Well, here's a rumor that Q's heard recently that's sure to further pique your interest. It'll feature rappers 50 Cent and Eminem, maybe even playing themselves. Alright, admit it, you spent a few seconds racking your mind trying to remember if Eminem or 50 Cent were in San Andreas. They weren't, but it's not that outlandish of a rumor. After all, the mile-long cast list includes Ice-T, MC8, Chuck D, The Game, and more popular rappers. And even some of the GTA characters are based on real-life hip-hop heroes. Honestly, it wouldn't be all that crazy to see Eminem or 50 Cent show up, even if it's just a song on a radio or they're playing a disc jockey. But alas, they aren't there. Here's what I think happened. I think the Q-Man got his wires crossed and mixed up Grand Theft Auto San Andreas with a completely different game that was in development at the exact same time. And I'm talking about 50 Cent Bulletproof. This was a similarly themed action game starring 50 Cent, with supporting performances by DJ Woo Kid, Dr. Dre, Young Buck, and you guessed it, the one and only Slim Shady. It sure sounds like that's the game that Quartermann is talking about, not Grand Theft Auto. Now, it's also worth mentioning that Eminem was actually in talks to star in a Grand Theft Auto movie that was being pitched around this time. According to Kirk Ewing, a Hollywood producer called Rockstar boss Sam Houser, and trying to sell him on a crime-themed action film starring Eminem that would be directed by Tony Scott. Much like the EGM rumor, the GTA film never panned out, but that certainly didn't stop the rumors from swirling. I'll give this rumor 8 cups of hot coffee out of 10. San Andreas the last GTA? Now, don't get your felonious panties in a bunch. What I'm trying to say is that I have it on good authority that San Andreas will be the last game in the Grand Theft Auto series to appear on the PlayStation 2. So, where's the next installment of the mega popular franchise land? The PSP or PlayStation 3? Alright, I'm going to end this episode by doing the unthinkable, defending poor old Quartermann. You see, when EGM published this rumor in late 2004, I suspect that he was right. Rockstar Games had signaled that they were done with the Grand Theft Auto 3 trilogy and that they were ready to move on to the next big thing, which of course ended up becoming the polarizing Grand Theft Auto 4. With new consoles just around the corner, it made sense that the Grand Theft Auto series would be saying goodbye to the aging PlayStation 2. There's just one thing that Quartermann failed to predict: ports! You see, in 2005, Rockstar Games took the console series to the PlayStation Portable with Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, a fully 3D action game set in the same city as GTA 3. 1 year later, Rockstar Games returned to the PSP with Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, a game that offered a completely new story set in the world of Vice City. So, in a way to print free money, Rockstar decided to port both of these titles to the PlayStation 2 in 2006 and 2007, which means that San Andreas is not, in fact, the last game in the Grand Theft Auto series to appear on the PlayStation 2. Sure, it's a technicality, but it just means that I need to give this rumor 7 PlayStation Portables out of 10. Hey, thanks for watching me debunk these rumors. If you liked what you saw here, then you should know that I'm thinking about turning this into a regular series. We just have so many rumors and predictions to cover, with some of them dating back to the mid-1980s. Let me know if you want more Gossip Graveyard. Now, here's the question I have for you. What's your favorite Grand Theft Auto game? And don't just say Crime Online, because I'm not going to accept it. Let me see your picks in the comments below. In other news, we'll be back shortly with a Nintendo Switch Online Review Crew episode, along with more stuff. If that sounds good to you, then I strongly recommend you click that subscribe button and support what we're doing here. Until then,